Whoa! Oh my god, do you know what knocking is? Huh? What is this? I could make this video longer and redesign her roommate, Mark. Oh! I did say I'd do that, didn't I? Alright, I'll do another redesign. But before we continue, I know you're probably wondering, who are you? Well, I'm Sadie, your lady, and I'm your host! Alright, settle down. You know the drill. Let's start off by looking at his old design. Once again, his design works for who he is. He's very nerdy looking. He's got, nice hair, but it's boring! He's been the same for too many years, so now I gotta tear him apart and put him back together again. What's up with me and stitching people back together? I need to stop saying that. Anyway, in order for you to get a better understanding as to why I'm redesigning him, let me tell you a little bit about this sad puppy. Mark is a 19-year-old college student who just recently moved away from home and is now working a part-time job, which means he is very tired. He moved away from home basically the moment he could because he didn't want to continue to be a burden to his uncle. We'll get into that later. Growing up, Mark's mother wasn't exactly the best parent. In fact, she was the opposite. So it's safe to say when she died, he wasn't too bummed about it, but a part of him still felt guilty. I won't tell you why. Anyways, that happened a while ago. I mean, like, a while ago. He was 8 years old. You think that's gonna stop him from being depressed? No! Mark moved in with his uncle, who's kinda like a dad to him. He's been living with him ever since his mother passed away. While staying with his uncle, he was given the same diagnosis his mother was given: bipolar disorder! His biggest fear is turning out like his mother, so getting this diagnosis was kinda rough for him. I think he fails to realize it wasn't that diagnosis, his mom was just a bad person. Anyways, the story starts because Mark wants to get better and prove to his uncle that he's okay on his own, and prove to himself that he's not his mother. That's a brief rundown of the most important events in his life. A lot of other crazy stuff happens. Anyways, back to talking about the redesign. I know he looks really sad and bald, but this is probably the happiest. Sorry. First of all, let's all take a moment to acknowledge his awful posture. I wanted to make him kind of fold into himself, like he's trying to make himself small all the time, but he also just generally has ass posture. He used to have hair, but it had its moment, okay? It's time to shave it off! I'm really leaning into the sad puppy vibes of this boy. Like, something about his bald head just makes him look so pathetic. Is that weird? He doesn't start off bald in the story. He canonically shaved his head after having a mental breakdown and instantly regretted it because his head is shaped weird. I kind of wanted to lean away from him being like nerdy looking. He's canonically really into punk music and can play guitar, so I kind of wanted to make him a little rough around the edges. Also, everybody take a moment to look at their matching bracelets. Ah! I'm sorry, that was a little much. Anyways, also, I added his moles back, but I always forget them, so let's... If I ever publish this comic and he doesn't have them, you know why. Alright? They're very forgettable. I know he looks really sad, but this is probably the happiest he's been in a while. He's like really starting to learn who he is again and recently found out that he has an awful sweet tooth. His roommate Lily gives him so much room to be himself again and be a sarcastic little piece of shit and just like be really annoying. Like, he hasn't been able to do that in so long. He loves pressing her buttons and arguing with her and being a snarky piece of shit because he can. He just can! She brings out the worst in him, which is also the best in him. Ah! Anyways, I feel like when I do these redesign videos, I don't get to talk about the characters deeply enough, so maybe I'll make a video about them another time. And I'll see you another time. Bye! Wow. Get better and prove to his uncle that he's... Fuck. Why can't I say... What is going on? Why can't I deliver this line? Get your head in the game. Gotta get your head in the game. Get your head in the game. Ah! Anyway, in order for you to when Mark was mother? Yes, honey! You know what? Fuck the trigger warning. Oh! Fuck the trigger warning. I'm getting angry. The story starts because Mark wants to prove to his... Sorry.